make a super chat. Oh, yeah, you know, Fishy said in Fishermania, I'm gonna make a line up. Damn June bugs keep trying to eat me. Oh, yeah, Fishermania just got off work and we gotta go make the super chat. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Fisherman. I just got off work, buddy. I tried to eat, bro. I can't eat the same thing every day. I'm about to call 1-800-Filipino and start cooking for me. Oh, yeah. Listen, the guys are hot. They're a local and it's free to try. Let's get it. Nobody's looking out their window, yo. Dr. Fish, I swear I could be a stand-up comedian. I'd make it, yo. I just need a ghostwriter to write my stuff down, I say, and because I have a memory. And people talking shit to me and stuff doesn't bother me, yo. I can feed off of it. Open your mouth for me. No. That guy's a goofball, aren't I a goofball? I clicked in Danny's chat. He seen me. He looked all sad and stuff. He really did. That's why I'm. Give me a kiss. Come on. He looked all sad tonight, buddy. He really did. He looked sad. That's why he needs to come on over. Come on and hang out with me one day, Danny. Now, he looks sad, dude. I can read people, bro. I have a gift. He looks sad tonight, dude. Something's bothering him. Amanda Mounts had a seizure, I heard, man. I check on her channel because me and Amanda have history and stuff, man. I can't believe she had a seizure, dude. She's got to lay off YouTube and so much, bro. These guys fucking watch Dr. Fish and use his tactics and they think they're me and shit. They don't realize the sacrifices and the shit I really have to do what I do, man. I make it look easy. It's not, guys. All you need is like 1 to 3 great supporters. You don't need a chat of fake people. You need 1 to 3 good people. Everything I teach you guys is the right way. I'm not fucking Mr. Beast or I Show Speed, who's the best. You know what I mean? But, I just don't like seeing people depressed and stuff. YouTube will depress people, man. It just think they're the sheriff and shit, man. You know what I mean? They be fucking watching Dr. Fish and stuff. They be like, listen, you know, Dr. Fish. I'm mad as hell. I don't have a car. I wanted to go get a cup of coffee, man. I should have had the girl from work taken. I got a bunch of women that take care of me, bro. They drive me anywhere I want. I just don't want to be that guy, yo. The Bible says, be the lender, not the borrower. The head and not the tail. The Lord says, test me. It says, I will open up the windows of heaven. He's not kidding. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to go live, man, because I got to show these guys what one looked like. What I almost named this, come make a super chat with me. I didn't feel like doing that. Hopefully I have a good stream like last night. I know I act like a goofball, but I can act very serious and stuff. People can't handle that, though. Can't put your heart into your focal point and be all serious with people, you know? Hold on a second. I need to eat. Look at him. Look. Go fly, buddy. No, get out of there. Love all God's creatures. I don't really like snakes, though. My aunt got hurt today, too. She said she broke her ankle or something, man. It's like, that's what I'm saying. I love my mother and stuff, but every time I hear from these guys, it's somebody got hurt or something bad happened. Like, could you text me something positive? Could you text me how you won? You know what I mean? I want to hear something positive. I'm a winner. It's just a matter of time for one of my buddies shows up. They show up like with a flash of lightning. You know, I got to show these guys what one looks like. My next check should be pretty good, buddy. I'm gonna start cash apping you and stuff too, bro. I'm really starting to get my money together, bro. I gotta go start a bank account out here and stuff, man. I have to get to the DMV this week and stuff. I've been chasing so much money lately, and the funny thing is, what happened, brother? It's starting to find me. I'm excelling in life, getting new apartments, new clothes, got the knife collection. I got like 4 knives on the way, got a new vacuum on the way. I'm doing very well, brother. It's a lot of sacrifice. Guys, got the channel at $174 this month too, guys. That's $174 that this channel is at right now, because I go live and talk to myself at night. I find that absolutely amazing. $174. It's a lot of super chats, bro. A lot. Where's Danny at? You know what I mean? No cursing in here, bro. Like, get out of here. Fuck out of here, bro. You can't have a curse word in my super chat. Get out of here. See, that's what, when, you know what I mean? That's an example of a channel you don't want to be like, with a curse word, stopping in, treat YouTube like a joke and stuff. Look, you look like a joke to guys like me. You got to come on here to light it up, baby. You look like a joke to guys like me. I could buy you. How much do you cost? I hate that stuff, bro. They cursing near my super chats and stuff. To them, it's a joke and stuff. To me, I'm at the office. The internet can be your best friend, or you're going to be a joke on here, man. You don't want to be a joke and stuff. Like channels like that, no subscribers, coming in here cursing. Like, your opinion means nothing to guys like me. I'm on here to light it up. Should be grab your notebook right now and start taking notes. For real. I will smoke you. You can pick your 3 best streaming friends. You could be on TikTok, or you could be on YouTube. Guys like me will eat you alive on the internet, and we'll make money doing it. You taste good. Don't fuck with established monetized streamers, man. Again, to you, it's a joke. To me, you're the joke. Thank you, Happy Hot Dogs. I appreciate you. I'm sorry that guy cursed near your light up and stuff. You know I come on here to talk to a few people, bro, and win. I don't know what those guys are talking about with the F word. Like, look out of here. I'm surprised he knows how to spell. You know what I mean? Don't it look good? That's what it's all about, man. Don't listen to these guys. Listen to me. This is what it's all about. Don't ever forget it. That's what you're supposed to be doing. That's what it's all about. I know we lit it up earlier on our way to work. What, do you think we're not going to come home and do it? These guys treat it like a joke. That's why their channel looks like a joke. Hold on a second. I got to do something real quick. I got to use the bathroom real quick. Where's Daniel Barry at? Fucking love that guy. Alright, remind me to buy more milk, okay? You can buy some milk, lemonade around the corner. Maybe. That's what it's all about. Don't let these guys tell you anything different with their small channels. These guys don't even have 1K. Fuck out of here. I can fucking delete this channel and have 1,000 subscribers tonight, dude. I'd start uploading your mom, dude. No, I'm just kidding. I had to go get cigarettes earlier. That nice girl from work took me. She's a nice lady. Don't that super chat look good? Look, don't it look? Yeah, I was gonna name the stream "Watch Me Win Again." I thought that was a little egocentric, you know. Look, you like my cup? I got a midget microwave. They cut my real cup. I forgot my coffee cup at work too. It's probably in the microwave too. They're gonna, as soon as they open the microwave, they're gonna see my cup. They're gonna be like, this fucking guy never, always leaves this coffee cup. You guys are awesome, man. What you guys do tonight, man? I had to go cook and stuff. I had to work. That guy was actually really good tonight, man. I'm impressed actually with him. That guy Donald was very good tonight, man. He's clicking, man. That's good to see him like that. Because if I worked with him tonight, he was actually clicking and stuff. You know, he really was. You know, what's up with these guys talking about wee wees and stuff? I don't want you ain't gonna get no play over here, man. No fuck that length or girth. Like here, ask your mom, dude. My boots are near her bed, dude. She was kind of loose, bro. You know what I mean? That's why, you know what I mean? I left my boots, man. Make sure you smell them so you can smell what a real man smells like. Fuck out of here. Fuck you think you talking to? I'll rip out your eyeballs and start teabagging you. What's wrong with you? Length or girth. Fuck out. You got neither and shit. Length or girth. What the fuck wrong with these guys? Length or girth. You know what I mean? What do you got? You on the same channel? Well, I enjoy it, man. I keep getting rid of you. I don't want to talk to you. You ain't sending super chats. You got to go. What do you think I'm on here? To hear your personal philosophies? Go live and express them. I guarantee you won't make a super chat and you'll have low subscribers. Ain't nobody going to light you up. Remember that when you hit your go live button, you're not going to make a super chat. Remember this. Remember, fish cares. These guys are talking about wee-wees. That's why I time them out. I don't want to hear about their little wee-wees and stuff, bro. Yeah, make sure you hide these guys. Guys are weird, man. Fucking come on, you know you guys can't make a super chat, so you guys come talk about wee-wees and shit. You ain't gonna get no play over here and shit. You gonna watch me make money and make you look like a joke. That's basically what's gonna happen to you. People really are weird on the internet. I'm really not a weirdo. Where are my lighters at, man? Like,
what?
I need a lighter.
I don't know.
Come on, bro. Hold on, buddy. I gotta find a lighter. It's like nothing's set up for me, man.
Like, did you leave it outside?
Well, I have more than one lighter, dude.
Well, no, I just know where one is. I'm sure there's another one on the bedroom floor.
Yeah. Open your mouth for me. I'm sorry about the trolls, guys. I don't know what's up with them. Fucking weirdos on the internet. You don't want a chat full of people like that, bro. You want to go live and light it up with a few of your sponsors and kick it and have a real chat like last night. Don't want to talk to schmucks. Guys have 50, 80 people with them, can't make $8 in super chats. You don't see anything wrong with that because guys like me do. I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? They're a joke to guys like me, bro. They always were, bro. I'm at work filming some random truck and out viewing them. They'll sit on panels all day. I could be at work and fucking walking to go pay for my food and see a truck pull up and out view these bums. They're stupid, bro. They don't really have a brain. That's why they don't make $1 on the internet, because they're really not that bright, bro. I don't know how else to explain it to you, my friend. They're really not that bright. They never were. I don't like any of them. I like you, Daniel Barry, and probably Amanda. I used to like a lot more people and stuff, but they all switch on you. They all hate on you. Fucking acting weird and shit. You don't see me stopping in streams, length or girth. You know what I mean? Here, well, you might as well sit here, I don't have a girlfriend or something, or something like that. I know I come off arrogant and stuff. It just, I don't mean to. Oh, look at that little June bug. I hit him. Get out of here, June bug. Get out of here, June bug. Is it June yet? We need to get some more people with us, man. We on shadow ban. At least my clips aren't on shadow ban. That's important and stuff. I could always put up the views in other ways and stuff. It's difficult to light it up every night. You better hope you got happy hot dogs and Daniel Barry, boy. You guys work for a living, and you understand the things I teach and say aren't far-fetched. I'll never steer you guys wrong on the internet, man. I know I come off a certain way. I don't mean to be like that and shit. You can't take this stuff serious, man. These guys will come in talking about their buttholes, man. You gotta go live and light it up, man. Did you see that knife I uploaded the other day? I couldn't find a song for it. I don't always want to use Metallica songs in case eventually... That's the thing with the YouTube Shorts policy. One day Metallica could say, I don't want my songs on YouTube, and every video I'm making with a Metallica song could have a copyright. The copyright holder can always switch. Then you gotta get rid of all the videos. It's okay though. I always had good videos, and the tactics I use always work. I don't even like some of the uploads I upload. I just know they're going to get views. It's utilitarian. It's a college trick. It works. Made or intended for practical use. That's why that truck I uploaded at work's working. That's why knives work. The first knives were discovered 2.5 million years ago. That's why I collect knives for historical reasons. Everything I do on this channel is premeditated, like how a serial killer does. You know, you understand? Everything I do is premeditated. I didn't think, when I was at work today, but when I lit it up going to work or whatever, when I came home, I didn't think I was going to light it up, or I was going to try. I knew I was going to do it. It's what we do every night. It's nothing fucking new. It's nice outside, bro. I gotta get some lawn furniture and shit. You get some citronella candles. You know what, in the animal kingdom and stuff, that there's one spray that all insects and rodents hate. And you know what it is? One thing that they hate is peppermint. They don't like peppermint. That is one smell they hate. You gotta remember, even if you're fishing and stuff and you see a mosquito and you're trying to remember when you swat it away, mosquitoes weigh 4/10,000ths of an ounce. They are attracted to movement. They can smell that CO2 you exhale up to 100 feet away. That's what zeroes them into you, is when you exhale. You don't feel them land on you because they weigh 4/10,000ths of an ounce. They're responsible for half of all human deaths since the Stone Age. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, there's one. There's one. There it is. Look. You know what I mean? I get a kick out of it. You know? Smoke you! Thank you, buddy. What is that? Little fireworks? Yeah, little, go get daddy a hit. You're like that female mosquito landing on me weighing 4/10,000ths of an ounce trying to suck my blood with a saw-like proboscis. They actually do that to carry on their life process, not to feed. And they can smell the CO2 that you exhale up to 100 feet away and are attracted to movement and moisture. Say it! Never made it on this app because I was dumb. I just dumb myself down sometimes. You have to. It's not easy to go live at night and talk to yourself and light it up and thumbnail other people's money, bro. People like me. I'm a very likable guy. Yes. Where's Daniel Barry at? We need to get some Barry action in here. I guess he clicked out and stuff. He's probably rearranging his sock drawer, you know? You like my do-it-yourself coffee cup that can fit in my microwave. It's lonely at the top, brother. They'll sit on the internet all fucking day, too, man. That's what fathoms me. They'll be on here all day. Hi. This is one of my favorite projects I made, buddy. I like this one. Oh my God. Oh, what is that? It's all silver. That's all silver, boy. Like, oh my God. Is that a rocket? Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Let's get it going right here. You gotta hit this one. Hit that. Merry Christmas. There it is. Ooh, let's get it going. Where's it at? Hit that button right here. And you hit this button right here. Be like, oh my God. Oh, there it is. Ooh, Wilbur. You gotta hit this one right here. Light up there. Oh my God. Oh my God. I like this project. Ready? Look. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like this one, though. It's my little Batman fantasy weapon. That took me a long time to make this. It really did. It took me a long time to make this one. Merry Christmas, Dr. Fish. Merry Christmas. Oh my God. Oh my. Yeah. Yeah, open your mouth for me. Right there. Look right there. Ooh. Ooh. This switch right here is expensive. I was surprised though. My aunt fell down or something, my mom said, and stuff today, you know? I don't know, buddy. She would text me something positive.
Huh?
I was saying how my mother, every time she texts me, it's like something negative, man, or somebody fell down. Don't get me wrong, I love my mother. I just don't like certain things she does. Kind of annoying. Where are the Q-tips at, man? Yeah, I just don't like this stuff. Hold on a second. My ears itch. My ears itch, buddy. Yeah, I hope she'll be okay. I just wish, like, they text me more positive stuff. You don't gotta text me every time somebody get hurt or something, man. Like, text me something positive. You don't like that stuff. Just want to hear about positive stuff, man. It's always something negative. It really is, brother. It's annoying. And remember, fish cares. You know what I mean? And remember, fish cares. Just want to hear about positive stuff. That's all, bro. And remember, fish dreams in his underwears. And remember, fish cares. I don't mean to be like that though with her and stuff. I just want to hear about positive stuff. I want to hear about winning. That's the main reason I don't call home and stuff like that. It's always like a fucking sob story with these guys. Like, here, you figure you get it together eventually, you know? Out here all by myself in an unfamiliar state, blossoming. You don't hear me walking around talking about that. I tripped and broke my ankle. Nobody will give a fuck. Oh, you should have been picking your feet up. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of a cold guy in a way, bro. Should have picked your feet up higher. Oh, you should have been doing this. So, like, you know what I mean? You guys want Dr. Fish's sympathy, grab a dictionary and look between shit and syphilis. And that's my sympathy. Remember that. Bro. He's like the Grinch and Scrooge McDuck had a kid. That's what Dr. Fish grew up to be, a fucking like a pirate. It's annoying though, bro. Like, I want to hear something positive. I like lighting it up at night. Some people pick their nose, you know. Some people like to pick their ass. Dr. Fish goes live and thumbnail super chats at night. It's like my hobby. You know what I mean? It's a good hobby to have. Oh man, come on, coffee. Don't get me wrong, I love my aunt and stuff, and I hope she gets better and stuff. I just wish like people would text me positive, bro. Every time I hear from fucking back home, it's like a fucking sob story, bro. I call home with a problem or something went wrong, people, you know what I mean? I come home with a problem or something. Oh, you should have been doing this or this. So, you know, you want my sympathy? Grab a dictionary and look between shit and syphilis. That's Dr. Fish's sympathy. Nobody cared, man, when I was doing stuff, man. I'm winning in life. I win at everything I do. That's not an AI picture. That's a real picture, bro. That ain't no AI, bro. Don't fucking disrespect me. That ain't no AI picture, bro. I caught that fish before there was AI, bro. That picture's probably 20 years old. Well, probably like 15 years old. For real, bro. Ain't none of my pictures AI, bro. I'm a real fisherman and also a field biologist. And a fish like that, I could catch 20 of them a day, bro. That's an anadromous species. I don't mean to disrespect you either and call you names or sound arrogant or whatever. That's the real deal, bro. This one, because I'm from New Jersey, this one's the largest catfish on record in New Jersey. I'll show you a picture. I got all kinds of pictures. That's a little bass, though. I have all kinds of pictures, bro. They're everywhere. And I didn't mean to like come out off you like that, because that next thing you know, if you're a real troll, you're talking about your butthole or something. I didn't mean to sound messed up. I know a lot of, they're big fish though. Like that one's pretty nice. That's a little guy though. That was 21 pounds. That's the largest catfish documented in the state of New Jersey though. You don't really catch them over a certain weight. That's an invasive species, or it would have been a state record. Flathead catfish get excess of 120 pounds and stuff. That one was like 21 pounds. Like, for example, you know, that's why you got to use big bait. You catch big fishes, you know. Look at that mouth and stuff, you know. Like, for example, there are more than 3,000 species of catfish. They're like a swimming tongue. On the flank of an adult channel or blue cat, there's at least 5,000 taste buds per square centimeter of skin. Their whiskers are actually called barbels. They're sensory organs equipped with taste buds. The way the taste buds work on the flank of the back is they locate the food. The barbels act as feelers to sample the food, and once the food enters the mouth, taste buds in the mouth tell the brain whether the food is edible or not. That's a channel catfish, the 5th most popular fish for human consumption in the United States. Remember, catfish can where other fishes can't. But remember, look at that mouth, though, and that's a little guy. That's a little guy, buddy. I need to get back on the water and stuff. I swear you could walk down the street in New Jersey and get these guys, eastern box turtles. I always liked going at night and stuff. You know, you catch a lot of the littler guys though too, like these guys and stuff. That's the glare of I fish under this bridge because I use slack water. That's why I use that structure, and near slack water I like to throw 2 pieces of jumbo shrimp and go with the current, and you just keep nailing these guys. And this is, you can see the anal fin and the morphological features. This is a prime example how you can tell the difference between a channel catfish and a blue catfish. Remember, channel catfish will have 24 to 29 anal fin rays with a rounded edge. If this was a blue catfish, it would have a flat edge with more than 30. And that's how you tell the difference. I always found that fascinating. This is Iowa and stuff. I've caught them out here and stuff. This is Iowa. That's a place called Prairie Rose. First time I've ever fished there. That water is pretty good though. The water's pretty good out there. That's a pretty good spot. They don't nothing real big though. You got to switch to swim baits out here for those guys. That's a good one, buddy. You can tell I used to drink in these pictures, bro. Got the little belly going, a little body. That was a nice little bluegill, though. I like bluegill. They're actually good eating. I've never ate one, but I'm a fish expert and stuff. I know that they should taste good, though. There are 32 to 38 members in the sunfish family. And you look at that fish, it's pan-shaped, body of the fish compressed vertically, rough-edged tenoid scales, two-section dorsal fin with spiny rays near the front. Most prefer warmer water temperatures of 70 to 85 degrees. Yeah, these are all Iowa. I caught these all in Iowa. My first time fishing in Iowa, I went with a couple people. They never wanted to fish with me again, man. They didn't catch shit out there. It's okay, though. Now, could Daddy get a jingle? Yeah, you beat me to it, huh? Could Daddy get some Kris Kringle? Choking on something. Daddy get a jingle. Now, that was a good one right there. No, that's not really a good one. That bass is probably 1.4 to 1.8 pounds. It's a little guy. I used to catch like more than 20 of them in a day if I was on a productive spot. I've been fishing for almost 30 years and stuff. That's why I'm working so hard right now, so we can be on the water right now, brother. I can look at my fishing vest. I got all the gear, bro. All I'm missing is the car and a bag of shrimp right now. We could be in Nebraska, right on that creek, nailing them. Got the Wi-Fi box in the fishing vest. Could have a phone with data on it, have the light on the head, light on the vest. Have the citronella candle, which you have the stand that pops up for the phone. Everything's like, I have everything. I just don't have the car. The car broke. And trust me, I'd be on the water right now. I just got to go scouting during the day. I can just look at a body of water and know if it produces or not. I've been doing it my whole life. Could Daddy get a Kris Kringle? Could Daddy get a jingle? What's up, Salty, buddy? Oh, what are you holding a fish too, buddy? That's a nice one, bro. I want to go catch some brown trout. That's something that's eluded me in my life. You know? I want to go catch some brown trout. You know? Go get them brown trout. You know? Go get them big boys out there. I need to catch something of, you know, I like catching the big ones, man. There's so many pictures, bro. I could do this for hours. I live in Iowa right now. I moved out here from New Jersey a few years ago, and I'm kind of glad I did because I keep excelling out here. It took me a little while to get her warmed up out here. The people out here in Iowa, if you can look it up, like, people are two-faced out here. Where you live at in New Jersey? I lived in Pemberton Township in Browns Mills, New Jersey, and the Pine Barrens and stuff, near Presidential Lakes and stuff. I used to live in West Hampton, New Jersey, near Mount Holly, New Jersey, and stuff like that. I was born in Mount Holly Virtual Hospital on a Monday at 41 years ago. I swear to you, I'm from New Jersey. I used to like going down to the jetties and fishing. Long Branch. I know where that. I've heard of it and stuff. I probably drove through it and stuff. I used to, before I moved out here, I worked in Atlantic City as a carpenter's helper, doing metal and setting windows and stuff at like 50 feet in the air on a genie boom and stuff. I worked in Atlantic City for a while. Long Branch is 20. I don't remember where Long Branch is. I've heard of it though. I know where Barnegat and all that stuff is. I lived in near like Pemberton Township and stuff. That was like, you could ride out here. You got to ride 40, 45 minutes to Council Bluffs. If you ride 40 minutes in New Jersey, you're on the ocean. I used to go to Ship Bottom because it's free parking and you could walk right to the Sea of Atlas, the Atlantic Ocean. There's water. You know, you don't have to pay to park. You don't have to pay like in Seaside or like on the to get on the boardwalk and stuff. Where did you go for snakehead? I heard New Egypt. Snakeheads are everywhere. There's 29 different species of snakeheads. The northern snakehead, basically how it breathes, it uses a physostomus swim bladder. Remember, a swim bladder is an airtight sac that inflates and deflates, helping a fish regulate its buoyancy. A fish can fill its swim bladder by gulping air directly from the atmosphere, or it's released from gas through the blood through gas glands, and that's what a physostolistus swim bladder does, not a physostomus swim bladder. And there are 29 species of snakeheads. And remember, a species is a group of closely related individuals classified as a species by a competent taxonomist on the basis of anatomy, physiology, and other characteristics, including genetic comparisons where possible. But there are 29 species of snakeheads, and the northern snakehead is one of them. They use their physostomus swim bladder. The people say, oh, it's frankenfish. They breathe on land. They don't breathe on land. They store air. Yeah, on the water, I'm the real deal. I should be working as a field biologist or working at an aquarium. It's just like the amount of money I make and the things I do. I've always been a talented cook and stuff. I enjoy cooking. It's a good way to earn a living and stuff. You know, when you work at aquarium stuff, they ask you the same questions every day. They ask you the same questions about fishes. And you remember, there are 3 classes of living fishes. You have the jawless fishes, the agnathins, and agnathins in Greek means no jaws. That's why they're called the jawless fishes. You have the cartilaginous fishes and the bony fishes. They're distinguished from one another by the structure of their mouths and by the different types of skeletal structures they have. Just the bony fishes alone have more than 30,000 species of ray-finned fishes. There ain't 30,000 species in an aquarium. You're limited. You know what I mean? And Pemberton Lake's okay. It's okay for bass and catfish at night. It's okay. I used to fish there. I used lizards and stuff. It's actually pretty good there. On a scale 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 5 because you got the Rancocas Creek there. You can go to the Rancocas at night and stuff. There's a lot of chain pickerel out in New Jersey and those certain lakes. And remember, chain pickerel is a species of freshwater fish in the pike family. There are 5 species in the pike family. You have chain pickerel, redfin pickerel, northern pike, muskellunge, and tiger muskie. It used to be 6, but we don't recognize grass pickerel as a species anymore. And we've been over what a species is, but there are 3 commonly used criteria for classifying marine organisms, even though it's not a marine organism. You always got to look at their geographic distribution, their evolutionary interrelationships, and their trophic interreactions. With their geographic distribution, the species diversity will switch. Hold on a second, let me finish my coffee. But with the geographic distribution with grass pickerel, they still could be in the southern states. I want to do, you go carp and stuff. Listen, use something sweet. When you think of carp, remember, people say, oh, a carp's a goldfish are members of the carp family. No. When you see a minnow, you see a carp, remember the Cyprinidae. They're all members of the Cyprinidae family. Carp, every time you hear the word carp, remember carp have a sweet tooth. They're different than other fishes. They like sweet stuff. For example, you're fishing near a lake and stuff and you're going for carp. Use what's around you. It's called matching the hatch. Sometimes you'll see mulberries falling in the water. Obviously, make a little dough ball and do it with mulberries and add a little nightcrawler to it. Add a little vanilla to it. They have a sweet tooth. Fishes use chemoreceptors. Chemoreceptors in fishes detect various substances dissolved in the water. You have to use their chemoreceptors. Even their lateral line, you see how that fish has a black line? That's called a lateral line. A lateral line is a system of sense organs present in aquatic vertebrate, meaning fish, and pores of canals arranged in a single black line down each side of the body. It detects pressure changes such as vibrations, low frequency sounds in the water. Sound like a fucking robot, don't I? Yo, guy, you used to sleep with them marine biology books. That fish right there, that's Micropterus salmoides. Burst swimming speed to 12 miles an hour, a lifespan of 16 years, sees the world as if it's looking through a pair of yellow sunglasses, and can distinguish among 24 different shades of color. My Cryptor salmoid spawns in the water in 1 to 3 feet of water when the water hits 64 degrees. You know what I mean? I do have some carp pictures, but they're not on this phone. I used to keep all photo albums and stuff. Use corn. Use corn at night. That's why they call, you know why corn works? Because it's called sweet corn. Carp have a sweet tooth. Don't be shy to go, listen, just when you're out on the creek or something and it's nighttime, nothing's biting and stuff, switch to sweet corn. That means the carp are out. You're not always going to catch the catfish and stuff. They turn off a little bit and stuff. The therocline changes when it rains. You ever walk in a lake and your hands are warm and your feet are cold? It's called a therocline. Therocline's a band of water which has the most dramatic change in temperature. You know what I mean? Carp are in the Pine Barrens. You got to go with sweet corn. They are out there. Yes, they're out in the pines. You got to go to certain lakes and stuff. They're always there. They're out there, buddy. Go with corn and stuff. Go in the Delaware River and stuff. Don't be scared of the creeks and rivers. You want big fish, go to a bigger body of water. You got to use sweet corn. Listen, catfish are not just on the bottom either. Even carp, too. They're like, for example, catfish species, and we've been over what a species is. Catfish are nocturnal omnivores. Remember, omnivores are species, and we've been over what a species is. Omnivores are species that eat animals and plant material as their primary food sources. The current's going to come in and it's going to come out. You got to use split shots and you have to feel. Look, you're not going to be able to see out there. You got to be able to feel. And to do that, you go with the current. You understand? Go with the current. Don't be scared to go with the current. You'll feel every bite. These guys right here will rip you apart, though. These are one that are on the creek that'll eat you alive out there. That guy right there, that's Marone americana. That's a semi-anadromous species. Marone americana means white perch. You see how I'm holding it with my fingers right there? See, I'm holding its gill cover, which is called an operculum. The operculum's like a razor blade. It'll cut you. You grab that fish wrong, it'll cut you wide open out there. Those guys will eat you alive. I can catch 100 to 200 of them without even trying out there. I like white perch too. That's a little one though, but the Marone americana, they will cut you. That is one thing about them out there. They will eat you. Either eat your baits alive out there. Little Marone, I used to love catching them too. You know what I mean? Look at that guy. He looked like the Terminator. You know? There he is. Always take advice from fishermen when they speak how I speak, even though I'm a field biologist and stuff. If they don't have pictures and they don't sound how I'm speaking to you, do not take their advice about fishing. They have no pictures and no knowledge. Do not listen to them, my friend. You know, look at this guy. Look at him. He's a fucking nerd. Look at him. Yeah, what? Yeah, he's real gangster. Look, you look like yo fish. You look like a fucking geek. Look at him. Does he look like a gangbanger? The fish expert. You know what I mean? Guy look like a weirdo, don't he? You know? For real. It gets messy out there, too. It gets messy out there. They'll bleed all over you out there, man. Look at it. Yeah, bro. I was in the trenches, bro. For real. This is a cool one. I know you caught these guys. There he is. See, that's a black crappie. Remember, we've been over geographic distribution, evolution, interrelationships, and trophic interreactions. We'll jump to morphological features again. You can tell the difference between a black crappie and a white crappie is because if this was a white crappie, or crappie, you can say crappie or crappie, but crappie's more professional. Look at morphological features. If this was a white crappie, it'd have 5 to 10 vertical bars on its side, not randomly scattered blotchy black spots like the black crappie I'm holding in that picture. That's how you tell the difference. No, listen, channel catfish, listen, that great question, bro. Very good question. Very good question. Catfish are not always in lakes. They have to be stocked. Remember, there's no feeder In the Delaware River, remember, the Delaware River is 300 miles long. You're from New Jersey. The Delaware River is over 300 miles long. It goes through multiple states. It has an average depth of 40 to 60 feet. They are indigenous there. When you go to certain lakes and certain things, out in New Jersey, a good place is Kings Grant has channel catfish. They are stocked and put there. Just because you see a large, even out here at Prairie Rose, if nothing's feeding in it from the Missouri River and certain things, they have been stocked there. They're not going to just magically appear there. It doesn't work like that. I've been fishing for 29 years. I know I haven't went a lot in the last 8 years and stuff, but I've caught so many fish in my life and have a marine biologist knowledge, which is completely different. Truthfully, freshwater fish are easy. You know what the largest freshwater fish in Africa is, brother? It's called the Nile perch. Nile perch can get to 6 to 10 feet and weigh excess of 600 to 660 pounds. For example, you look at South America, the largest freshwater fish in South America is called an arapaima. Arapaima have an average weight of 200 to 440 pounds and again can get to 6 to 8 feet when they're in the 200 to 240 pound range, but when they get excess to 400 and 440 pounds, it's 8 to 10 feet. Beluga sturgeon are prized for their caviar. Geographic distribution would be overseas near Russia. That's a heavyweight in the sturgeon family. They're the ones that the caviar cost a lot of money. And that's 3 different ways you could say fish eggs in marine biology is caviar, eggs, and roe. Remember that. You're consuming roe. Yeah, beluga sturgeon are big, bro. Sturgeon, they're an underestimated fish. You got white sturgeon too. Go to the Great Lakes and stuff. A lot of shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. A lot of people don't understand. Back in the day, like, there was no railroad. There was no way in. They came through the Great Lakes and stuff, and ships and stuff weren't up to par back then. There are a lot of shipwrecks in the Great Lakes. The deepest lake out of all the Great Lakes is Lake Superior. Dr. Fish sound like an encyclopedia? It's my only with fishes and certain things. Where is Kings Grant? Kings Grant is in Isham Township. I used to fish it. They have different developments out there. You got to try to know somebody. Like, they're very stringent at having people fish out there and stuff. People don't always like people on their property. It's kind of like, Kings Grant and Isham. That's a good spot, bro. A lot of open water. Don't get intimidated when you walk to a lake and you have open water and stuff. Remember, you're targeting Micropterus salmoids. You're targeting these guys. Don't get intimidated when you're going for Micropterus salmoids and you can see water all as far as the eye could see. Grab some night crawlers. See what the local even though bass is a member of the sunfish family with 32 to 38 different species, catch the other species that it's foraging on so you can match the hatch and develop a pattern. Once you match the hatch and develop the pattern, you'll know what type of swim bait to throw out. Swim baits are what you use to cover vast amounts of water. Do you understand? You just got to be able to match the hatch. Hold on, I stepped on a June bug. These guys are everywhere. Yeah, Kings Grant. It's a good spot out there. No, you don't always have to trap. You listen, in fishing, you always got to follow rules. You got to target a species. We've been over what a species is. You got to match the hatch. When you match the hatch, you know what they're foraging on. When you start catching them, you do something called develop a pattern. When you develop a pattern, you follow it. Every place is going to be different. Listen, all the lakes and rivers and creeks and even reservoirs and spillways, they're all going to be different. But listen, learn the biology of these guys. Once you learn the biology of Micropterus salmoids, it doesn't matter if you're in Iowa, doesn't matter if you're in Minnesota, doesn't matter if you're in Florida, you're going to catch Micropterus salmoids because you know what you're doing. You know the biology of fishes. You got to be able to think like that fish. Remember, no fish is ever conscious of himself. He doesn't think of himself as doing this or doing that. The whole direction of a fish's mind is outward. If you got skunked today and stuff, you got to just change your pattern and stuff. It's going to happen and stuff. I've never got skunked and stuff because I would switch to a different species or something. They're going to elude you. Yeah, got to remember they could be spawning too. That's another thing. With my Cryptorhizamoids, they're in all the states except 2 of them. They're not in Hawaii and they're not in Alaska. If there's largemouth bass in Hawaii, it's because they were stocked there. My Cryptorhizamoids is not there. They could be spawning. That's why you should be on the water right now at night with jumbo shrimp. Go at night. Don't be scared to go at night. The big boys come out at night. The big boys come out at night. I promise you they do. Oh, okay, I hear you. Stafford, I know where that is. That's on the way to the shore a little bit. You're a little off for you. See, you're switching off a little bit because of in New Jersey and stuff. You got to go to them old farm ponds and stuff. Bass will elude people, brother. Don't be scared of get Terminator spinner baits and get Thomas a deadly lure. If you want to use spinners and stuff. Artificial soft plastics, use black worms and pink tails. Don't tell anybody my secrets. Black worms and pink tails. That's one of their favorite colors. Do you know why the lures rattle? You ever hold a lure in your hand? You hear that little rattle? Do you know why? Because a lot of the Walmart, Dick's Sporting Goods, Bass Pro Shops, they all target this species. They all target my Cryptorhizamoids. Do you know a largemouth bass's favorite food is crayfish? The crawfish, as they crawl on the bottom, they make a clicking noise. And that's why the lures, when you're fishing for them, they mimic that clicking noise. Do you understand that? It's a feeding cue in my Cryptorhizamoids. Yeah, grab one of your fishing lures. Go. You hear that? You hear that little noise? They're trying to mimic that crayfish sound. Again, learn the biology of fishes. It's important. Learn that fishes see color in shades. Like, see how I'm wearing sunglasses right there? This fish is wearing sunglasses too. It sees the world in yellow sunglasses. You got to use, when you learn the biology of them, it'll help you. Trust me. I could walk right into your house right now, go to your toilet and catch some shit. Oh, man, these June bugs are everywhere, bro.
Ew, did some just hit me?
Probably got in here.
Some just like tapped me in the fucking arm.
Yeah, it's a June bug.
Ew, I fucking hate those things.
He's still in here somewhere.
Huh?
He's still in here. He'll crawl up on you. Don't be scared of them. They can't hurt you.
But I hate bugs.
They're called arthropods. There are more species of arthropods, insects, in a royal mile of land than there are people in the world. Arthropods comes from Greek, meaning jointed feet. Remember this. Remember my teachings and apply them, guys. And I guarantee you will hold fishes. I've lit it up state to state catching fishes. I've been fishing my whole life and stuff. Just because I'm not on the water right now, it's like bringing pigeons to the cat when guys like me are out there. I've went to a body of water before with no gear, walked around the lake, found some old line, found a hook, and started catching fish in front of people. Once you learn the biology of fishes, it's like a walk. It's like bringing pigeons to the cat. And you've been doing something so long, it's as easy as breathing, brother. Learn the biology of them. It'll help you. Even when you're top water fishing, or there are lily pads everywhere, you see the green moss. When your artificial soft plastic hits that water, you see that little streak in the water. They're using their lateral line. We've been over what a lateral line is. You have to trigger it. Sometimes the water is going to be murky. It's going to have turbidity is going to be bad. You're triggering lateral lines. A lot of times you can cast out, let it hit, go like this, then reel in and just be a lateral line hunter that day. When you know the biology of them, you become dangerous out there. Look at that guy in that picture. Don't he look like he means business? Because he does. I should be fishing all the local tournaments out here. And I will. I'm a tournament-ready angler. I should be fishing for money. I think I could smoke these guys out here. I should really be fishing. There's a derby that was just recently and stuff. You make a couple more chats, I'll make sure I turn you blue. I always like talking to other fishermen. Fishing's a source, brother. It'll change your life. Swear to God. Well, like I said, we'll be on the water. Like, for example, I could show you better than I could tell you. Well, I'd probably tell you better, too, because, you know, it took me years and years of studying to know this knowledge off the top of my head. Not a lot of people are going to be able to jump and discuss my Crypteris salmoids and lateral lines and tell you what a species is and tell you how to match the hatch, you understand? Or discuss and jump to arthropods and agna. You ever hold that worm in your hand? You see them little rings on that worm? That's why they're called annelids, because in Greek it means little rings. 9,000 species. Segmentation. This ain't throwing a hot dog out and hoping something bites, you know what I mean? Yeah, the tactics work. You know why a big chunk of hot dog works? Remember, if the fish are spawning, my Crypteris salmoids, the largemouth bass are spawning, go in deep water, because that's where the big females go. Go to deep water for them. You'll catch the big boys. I'll show you a fish caught off a big chunk of hot dog. They were spawning too this day. This guy was caught off hot dogs. You know, a lot of people don't catch big bass and stuff. It eludes them. You know, guys like this. I'll show you. I have thousands of pictures, bro. Thousands, not a couple, thousands of them. Like you see, like a fish like this, that's in the 6 to 8 pound range. That's a nice bass right there. You see how it comes up to almost my mustache and it's going down past my waist? That's how you know it's a big boy. You can see it's operculum right there, lateral line complete, pan shape, body of the fish compressed vertically, rough edge. You understand? There it is. Oh my God, that's a good one. I don't want to sound like a robot, you know, but that's a good one right there. Always remember, they're sunfish when you catch them sunfish. Remember, 32 to 38 different species in the sunfish family. Pan shape, body of the fish compressed vertically. Rough edge tenoid scales. 2-section dorsal fin with spiny rays near the front. Most prefer warmer water temperatures of 70 to 85 degrees. Spawn when the water hits 64 degrees and 1 to 3 feet of water. A female Micrypteris salmoids holds 7 to 14,000 roe. Not only am I a fisherman, I'm a fish expert. There's a difference. Being a marine biologist is a completely different ballgame. It's a completely different ballgame. The marine environment's vast. But the ocean fishing's a lot easier than freshwater fishing. More fishes, you know, more of a diversity. You cast out anything in the ocean and stuff and you will nail them, bro. My first cast in Florida, I caught a shark. You know what I mean? Look like he means business. You know? Show you, man. Guys like me have thousands of pictures and have the knowledge, man. These other guys are pretenders and shit. I don't pretend. And this is a little fish and stuff, but it's just the principle, you know what I mean? Me in this picture, you know, that's the first cast you catch the shark and stuff, you know? Look at the water in the background. Every cast I took that day, I was nailing them in that picture. You know, he looked like he means business in that picture, you know what I mean? Thousands and thousands of them. That guy in that picture was a workout freak. I used to be able to throw around weight on that bar like it was nothing when I was a fucking beast when I used to lift. I was a fucking monster. I should be back into it, doing calisthenics and other stuff. I don't know. I grew up, I guess. I got out of it. That guy in that picture would have knocked you the fuck out, though. I'll tell you that. That guy was no joke. I used to walk in stores. People walk right out of my way. I shit you not. All the women would flirt with me. I shit you not, man. That guy meant business. I was very in shape, man. I used to have a six-pack, everything, bro. I just wasn't good at cutting the stuff. I was good at bulking. I was good. Like, for example, if like right now I probably weigh 208 pounds and stuff. You know, my weight's probably a little less. I'm probably like 195 right now because I don't eat as like I should. But if I started working out the way I used to work out in that picture, I could get just as big like that. Because I was probably 235, 245 in that picture. I was bench pressing 355 pounds in that picture.
Oh, that thing on the wall that you pointed out earlier, I looked at it. It looks like somebody drew on the wall.
I know. There shouldn't be anybody in here. I'm going to buy a camera and stuff. Yeah, but that guy meant business, though. I just always loved fishing, guys, you know. It was, you know, I used to outfish people's grandpops. I remember going on to a trout lake in front of a group of people. Oh, we didn't catch nothing on my first 3 casts, I caught them, because they don't know the biology of the fishes. They're just throwing anything at Walmart they bought as a lure, or they're listening to grandpop. You gotta listen to a fish expert. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal or anything, man. I just show a lot of pictures, you know. He says, can I shout out Danny's new business venture, Truck Stop Dildo Salesman? Yeah, no. Open your mouth for me. There it is, son. There it is. I'm a maniac. Yeah, where's Danny at? Danny, open your mouth for me. Yeah, Danny, open your mouth for me. Yeah, open your mouth for me. Yeah, a little wider. Yeah. Yo, Danny, look. Yo, Danny, what are you doing? See, what species is this? This is a black crappie or a white crappie? I gotta go get my fishing gear back up, man. I still got it. You know why I brung? Because I still have my main setup and stuff. Like, I can just, you know, I started getting into a little collecting. I still got my setup right here. But I still got the collecting and stuff. I always could get back into it and stuff. I mean, this is a $300 reel just sitting on the ground. You understand? That's all money right there, bro. A lot of it, too. These are some of the rarest fish. This is a vintage Fisher Price fishing pole. You do not see stuff like this. Took me a long time to acquire that stuff. It's a hell of a jump when I get back into it. Took me a couple years to assemble them together like that. You do not see something like that. If they had a fishing derby and a fish show where they were showing off stuff, I could have a table and show off them poles, because you do not see that shit. That is very rare right there, what I just showed you. You will not see that with these guys. I'm missing the vintage Donald Duck, vintage Alligator, vintage Boy Scout of America. I'm missing probably like a bunch of them. They're hard to get. You cannot find a vintage Zebco model from the 70s and 80s of a Donald Duck. You know how hard that is to find? Or the Alligator. Alligator was a company in New Jersey. It's all green. It's difficult to find them. Even got the vintage Coca-Cola right there. Like I said, vintage Fisher Price right there. You got the vintage Mickey Mouse box. They're all right there, buddy. Even this one, the vintage Minnie Mouse one. These are very difficult to acquire, all of these. That's a couple $1,000s right there. That ain't a couple $100 or something. That's a few $1,000s right there. That's a used car right there. You do not see some shit like that. If you don't believe me, go on the internet and go look. You will not find another collection like that. It took me years to assemble that. Years. It used to get depressing, though, because I cannot find that Boy Scout one, man. Looked everywhere for it. You can get one for like $100, and you're getting it beat up looking. See, as a true collector, though, you're supposed to have them all open like that, and on a stand on the fish thing where they're all you don't clean them because it takes away value, and you're supposed to have them brand new in the package too. You have one like that. Like when I start fishing again, I could grab one of those poles. It's Minnie Mouse Day. The next day I could, it's Woodstock Day. Next day it's Snoopy Day. I could go through each one of those poles and catch fish with them and make content with them. That's the beauty of it, and that's the plan. And we will. You know? Oh, I like coins too, boy. I like coins too, boy. Coins are expensive. Coins are expensive though, bro. I swear to you. Coins are expensive, bro. I'm into coins too. You know, I swear I am. Got a little bit. I'm trying to get them back. You know? Got the Eisenhower. You know, I grabbed the wrong one day and then I have cigarettes, and the other one was the silver one. This is all silver right here. This is silver. Remember these, buddy? The old dimes? Silver quarter, silver, 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 silver. Bicentennial, not silver, silver. This is all silver right here. Silver. You know what I mean? I gotta weigh this stuff. So last time I checked, remember when the silver price hit a serious price though? This is what you want, silver though. I always like this watch too. It's the C3PO. This is silver too. It's all silver. Collect my little pennies. Yeah, that's why I tell people don't use drugs, man. You gotta stay off them drugs. It's the best way to get your shit together. See, I collect knives though. This is what I like. I like collecting knives. I'm trying to get some more fireworks. I'm waiting for the fireworks to come, but I like collecting knives and stuff. That's what I'm into, the knives. That's all super chat money, all these knives. Every single one of them. Looks like we got a new knife with this chat, huh? Look, ready, look.
You can blow out that candle if
Look,
you
ready,
want.
look. You see this guy right here? It's money right there. There he is. Look, look. Yo, that's Danny. I put Daniel Barry sent me this. I put it on here. Look, that's Danny. Danny.
You can blow out that candle if you want. I didn't know where to put your wiener thing in your Oreos.
That's fine right there. I like them right there because they're worth $20 a piece.
Pillsbury Doughboy in your Playboy cup, because
That Pillsbury Doughboy is worth money too.
I know.
You know, you always gotta have stuff to show
I didn't
for
want
stuff.
them to go missing. So
I
I
might
just
be
stuck
missing
them
the
up
car
there.
right now, but when it comes to personal possessions and other things, man, make people look like a joke in real life, brother. I got it going on, bro. I'm just missing that car that we almost paid $5,000 and it breaking, and having apartments out here and everybody's petty. It's like, you know, now things are in my favor. I have the possessions, brother. Like I used to collect Batman, man. That's what I used to like, Batman. You know what I mean? Batman's fucking expensive, bro. You know what I mean? I heard something out there. Batman. Like that one right there. Look at that. That's a nice one. This thing's weird though, bro.
This dude's teeth are white as shit.
I know. I'm gonna get all my teeth whitened too. It's $240, $340 a tooth. Trying to find my lighter again. It keeps eluding me. Check this out. You want to let? I collect stuff. Look. Got the vintage Barney clock, bro. Nerd alert, you know? I collect knives and stuff. That's what I like. But I do like coins and stuff. It's expensive. Oh, yeah. Where's the new one? I didn't see. Yeah, right there. That was one of the new ones right here. This one. You know, this guy right here. We bought these before they get rid of them. That's a funky one, bro. Look good in my collection. You know? Look good in the collections, huh? Gotta get it right up here. Get it right in the collection. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. Look at them. I like this one right here. That's nice. Ooh, yeah. That's nice, bro. I like it, though. I gotta get a stand for it and stuff. I'm still acquiring stuff, bro. A few more months of hard work, I'll have the vehicle. I'll have this place better furnished and just winnings on my schedule. You gotta work for it, brother. We can't talk about it. We can't try. It's not about, oh, I'm trying to get the job or this job. No, you gotta work and save your money. And you will get your stuff together. I know I get sound arrogant on the internet. I'm really not like that and stuff, man. I have to act a certain way. This stream, I'm really not acting like that. I always make super chats and stuff. I'm a positive guy. I'm a winner, man. But I am a geek. You know what I mean? Look. Look, right, look, nerd alert. This stupid little thing's $30 right here. Look, yo, people like Snoopy stuff though. Even got a Batman stocking. The Batmobile. I don't know, bro. I gotta get a thing for the snow globes and stuff too. Miss Maris though, she collects snow globes and stuff. I collect Batman stuff. Obviously fishing stuff, but most importantly lately I've been off knives and stuff. I have a lot more. Now I got to switch back to quality. It's just I'm a blue collar guy. I don't want to spend $400 on a knife for it to sit next to other knives and stuff. Being a knife collector, they call us paperweight collectors. You know, a lot of the knives, you can't be over 5 inches, and blades, according to the knife laws, you're allowed to possess and carry any knives in your home other than ballistic knives. But when you walk down the street with certain knives, the laws change. You cannot walk down the street with knives over 5 inches and automatics. You need something called a knife permit. But to collect in your house for historical reasons or because they're cool and stuff and you're just interested in it and you like the history of them and you just like them, can possess any of them except ballistic knives, or are highly illegal. They're the ones you press buttons and they shoot out. I probably bought half of them with super chat money. Like I had to buy other stuff out of my own pocket and stuff. There's definitely a lot of them. You know, it took a while to acquire these. Like this one right here and stuff, you know. Now there's my lighter. I was looking for it. I feel like, yeah. Start lighting off rockets. You know, I just like knives and stuff, bro. People collect stuff, you know. I got to get back in the shoes too. I collect shoes too. I just don't have any. It's an expensive hobby, bro. Walk into a good shoe store with $300, you're leaving with one shoe. Once I get a car and stuff, I have a good eye. I can thrift and do other stuff, you know. It's just buying knives and stuff. It's just what I'm into. I do everything in my power to get my shit together. My shit is very together out here. It really is. Guys, man, ever want to send me something, send me a knife. I collect them. And I collect dollar bills, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Want that $2 bill. You got to give me your phone number, Happy Hot Dogs. So I can give you my address privately. And you can give me your address so I can, whatever you collect, I'll send it to you, bro. I have money and stuff. I can send you shit tomorrow. I can go right to the post office right down the street. I got to have something you collect. For real, I really do. I collect all kinds of stuff. I'll send you silver coins if that's what you're... Well, I'm in the silver coins, though, too, because that's real stuff that'll be worth value, silver. You know. I'm a very positive guy, man. I really got it together out here. I have a great job and stuff, too. I even came up the other day. The one lady I work with, who's the owner and stuff, paid me $100 in cash to work on Saturday, and I still get to clock in. These guys are a little different. Like, they have money and possessions in life and vehicles, and they're established. They like me, man. I got that eye of the tiger, and I'm a great cook. That's why I went out here. Give 100% in everything I do. I should have way more people in my chats and stuff. They don't want to hear how you're winning and how you're all lighting it up. You see how we're not even getting trolled? Like, after a while, they realize what they do doesn't affect guys like me. It's no feelings and stuff, man. It's not being cold and stuff. It's being scrupulous. You think I like working every day? You think I like going to that place? Well, I do, actually. You know, I enjoy it. I feel like I'm making a difference. Even tonight, the guy I cooked with was very good tonight. I was very proud of him to work with him. I wasn't proud to work with him. I was proud of him. He did very well tonight, man. He surprised me. He's clicking. He's excelling. And you want to see that. I know I'm the manager and stuff. Even the one waitress tonight, I think her name was Grace, made a mistake and stuff. She got all, like, scared a little bit, and I ain't like that and stuff. Mistakes are gonna happen, you know. I don't make them, though. That's one thing I don't make, are mistakes. Well, cooking, if it's to go or something, I do make that mistake. I forget. That happened tonight too. That wasn't my fault, though. I look at it, even being an assistant manager, though, like, if any mistake happens, it's my fault. It's not the guy I'm cooking with. If anything goes wrong, it's my fault. I'm there to fix the mistakes. That's why I'm the Dalai Lama up there. A mistake happens, I gotta fix it. You know? It's pretty easy, bro. Just go there and cook. It's either you got it or you don't got it. You can't go wake up one day and play line cook. You will get exposed. It's an easy job, bro. I've been cooking my whole life, bro. Eggs don't cook differently in New Jersey than they do Iowa, guys. It's either you got it or you don't got it. That's why they don't offer training or nothing. You know, they want to see if you got it. I don't care what people think of me, man. A couple months from now, I'm gonna make these people look like a joke, bro. A lot of people out here are on drugs, bro. Are full-blown alcoholics and shit. They live at home. They're bums, bro. Guys like me are not a bum. I'm a mark-ass buster. I get some food in my refrigerator. Like, what is this? The fuck is this? Don't get jiggy with that shit. Look at my sheep. I worked my ass off, bro. My stomach was growling. Stop it, Geppetto. Remember, I made this before, man, right? Remember that? I've had this in every place I've moved in, this little angel necklace. I swear I made that. I swear I did. This apartment's pretty nice and stuff. I need to get a couch, a TV, and a car. Then I'm set. I had like 8 TVs. I kept getting rid of them because I'm a live streamer. Why am I going to sit and watch a movie when I can go live and light it up 7 days a week? I go live at night and light it up and thumbnail it. I don't really watch TV. I don't hang out on live streams and stuff. I go live and light it up at night. For a long time. I made $30,000 in super chats, man. Not 30 of them, not talking to the same 30 people in a chat. $30,000 in super chat. It's the only reason I'm in this state. It's from coming out here because people, oh, come out here or whatever. We send you $5. We want to get to know you, and it didn't work out. You know what I mean? It's okay. I can make it anywhere. I'm a winner. I have talents and skills in real life. I can make it anywhere. I believe in myself. That's one thing you'll learn about me, man. I will always make it. And that's why I upload videos about my hero, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And with him, I'm unstoppable. Can't you guys tell? Like, I'm winning. You will win with Jesus. There's no losing with him. You could want to be a live streamer, you want to light it up at night, Jesus will help you. Put God first place, and you always come in first place. It's not a dream. You will win with Jesus. Wholeheartedly. I would, if they were cutting off heads tomorrow for Jesus, I would volunteer. It proves my point, why I point. I'm sorry, something crawled on me. It's a June bug. Jesus always brings me joy and happiness. Even me and my girl were arguing about something the other day, and then she was like, well, Jesus is your only friend. And you're damn right he is. I just love the Lord, brother. And that's all I have to say about that. It's bigger than a super chat. You guys have money in real life. Put God first place. Do Lord, oh do Lord, oh do remember me. Gotta put the Lord first place. I don't have to be at work till 2 o'clock tomorrow. I'm gonna show up an hour early though. Yeah, I don't know where Danny is, man. I told you he looked upset tonight. I like Daniel Barry. I think he's a talented YouTuber. I always like Daniel Barry. That's why I need a Daniel Barry light up too. It look good right next to that one, boy. That's Danny Warbucks. Danny looked Chinese too. And that's why I went in this chat. I seen him, he looked a little Chinese. I was like, open your mouth for me. You know? You guys are awesome, man. I love lighting it up at night and stuff. I gotta start cash apping him more. I gotta start a bank account and stuff out here. I need to get to the DMV this week and switch my stuff. I'm not going to go get an ID. I'm going to get my license reinstated. I'm tired of asking for, I'm going to go give them $1,000 and drive away. Not doing this fucking ID shit. We're going there for the driver's license. I'm unstoppable. Remember, I'm going to show you how unstoppable we are. Not only are we going to go there this week, we're going to drive away in our own vehicle. I'm unstoppable with Jesus. Remember, I'm going to show you. And we did it out with nobody's help either. You got to do it on your own, man. That's why I don't call home and stuff. My dad would help me in a heartbeat and stuff, especially if he heard me speak how I'm speaking and how I'm winning and stuff. He would always help me. My dad's a narcissist, though. That's one thing I would say, you know. He always got to try to keep you under his thumb and stuff, you know. Guys like me, you can't. You can't hustle a hustler. Believe it or not, I don't need anybody. All I need is Jesus and this work ethic that I have. Guys like me, they call me right now. I go back to work right now and work till 9 o'clock tomorrow, the next night and stuff. I don't need anybody. I don't need advice. I don't need a handout. I need a hand up. I don't want to hear the same stories and stuff every night. If I want to gossip and stuff, like I don't want to gossip on a porch. I want to gossip on my own porch and make money doing it. That's the difference between them guys and I. We get paid to gossip with ourselves at night. And I enjoy it. Remember Creflo Dollar? And we're not going to stop. I like prosperity preaching, though. I love my dad, though. He's a good man. You know, but at the end of the day and stuff, you know, he's got to realize I'm his son and stuff, though. You know what I mean? I can't chase you and teach you how to be a dad. You know what I mean? I don't even know his phone number. He helped me a lot in my life, but I'm at a point in my life where I got to go help myself and stuff. I got to make it on my own steam. Every time a problem happen out here, I can't go run to daddy and stuff. My dad's a successful guy. My dad makes people out here look like a fucking joke. He really does. He owns everything from his house to his multiple vehicles. He's got fucking cars that cost more than people's houses out here. I come from a very successful dad and stuff. I don't want to rely on daddy's checkbook. I gotta rely on myself. It'd be like I could go home, back to home today, but that's not home anymore. This is home. It'd be like Joseph, man. He had the purple robe ready for his son. He always loves me and stuff. I gotta make it as a man and be a man and stuff. I gotta use his teachings and really make it, man. Not talk about it, and not have somebody do it for me. Not flop on my aunt's couch or something and hope David gets work. You understand? I gotta be out and be a man. And I'm winning. I look in the mirror a lot and I see him. I look in the mirror. He used to say, man, you're going to look in the mirror one day. You're going to like what you see, and you don't like what you see. And I look in the mirror. I like what I see. I'm winning. Believe it or not, guys, I'm a talented cook in real life. Cook circles around people. It doesn't matter if I worked at this restaurant or I worked at Red Lobster. I would cook circles around people. I could work at any Outback Steakhouse. I could work any fucking where and outcook people. Like, I've been doing it for almost 30 years. Like, well, not 30 years, but at least 22 to 25 years. I go out of my way at work to make my plates look perfection and stuff. I'm going to have off days and stuff. Like I say, I have good days, great days, and magnificent days. Today I had a great day. We're pretty steady tonight. And the guy I work with, he was pretty good tonight. And I was proud of him. He did very well tonight. He's getting it. He's clicking. He was faster. When I was doing omelets and stuff, he was doing very well. I don't rely on my family's checkbook. I don't even have grandparents. My grandparents died when I was younger. I don't have a family. My family don't care about me, bro. Anytime I hear from my family if somebody broke their ankle, I could have broke my ankle and texted home, oh, you should have picked your feet up. So don't be surprised when I don't respond and stuff. Be surprised when you don't get a Mother or Father's Day card and stuff. Like, here, I do it myself. I don't need you. It's not a cold way to be. It's reality. They don't care. I got to take care of my girl and stuff. They don't care if Meredith eats. I do. It's my boss right there, boy. I put Jesus first place. That's my boss right here. My boss is in the winning business, too. I'll tell you that, boy. That's why I'm a member of an army. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will save the Lord. He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, and in him will I trust. It says, labor with your hands the thing at which is good, and you shall prosper. He wasn't kidding. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom. And with all that getting, get understanding. The world don't care. It's one thing you'll learn, man. Everybody don't care about you, bro. They care about their life. Serve your king. I'd like to give a shout out again to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Through him, all things are possible. He wasn't kidding. Gotta serve the Lord, baby. Be like, It's all fun and games till Jesus shows up. And, you start winning and stuff. You watch everybody around you. They don't win. You know why? Because they don't rep my king at night. In their heads, they might think they do. They don't. I do. Serve Jesus. You want to win? Serve the Lord. Remember this. It says, put on the whole armor of God, so ye may withstand the wiles of the devil. It says, above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye can quench the fiery darts of the wicked. Put Jesus first place, and you will win. I'll quote more Bible verses than Lucifer himself. He ain't messing with me. It's not even close. He's weak. It's a weak-ass anointed cherub that fell with 1/3 of the stars and stuff. Remember, 2/3 were left with my king. I'm a member of an army, and I rep my king. And I'm not going to lose in life. I don't care what anybody thinks. I care what he thinks. And we're going to win. I don't play when it comes to Jesus. I love him. It says, take up your cross and follow me, or you're not worthy of me. And I've been walking with that cross lately, and I just keep winning. It's bigger than a super chat. It's doing what he says. He says, go to work. He says, don't commit adultery. He says, I love you, Lord. I swear, he's watching too. He knows. That's why he's blessing me. Don't be surprised when the Lord shows up. It's all fun and game. The enemy, everything try to drag you down. Don't be surprised when Jesus shows up. It's all fun and games till when Jesus shows up. It's not a joke anymore. Everybody around you will start looking like a joke when you really serve Jesus. They'd be like, wow, he just keeps excelling. Do you rep Jesus at night? Do you rep him openly? They say open rebuke is better than secret love. I stopped teaching marine biology so much because scripture says don't love the creature more than the creator. Bible verse after Bible verse tonight, huh, kid? I sleep with that book. I love the Lord, and we're not going to stop. That's my real boss right there. I ain't kidding. It's not a dream, man. It's not a dream. Put that Lord first place. I love the Lord. Now get the collection plate around the other side. Get around the other. Mary had the toothpick too. People thought John the Baptist was crazy, eating wild honey and locusts and stuff. He was getting that sugar fix and protein and amino acids though when he was eating wild honey and locusts. Imagine his body odor. He didn't care. Lazarus didn't care. I don't care. I care what Jesus thinks. I really do. That's why I don't even smoke weed anymore. I really did quit and stuff. The Bible says be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, and he's not devouring me. I've been devouring him lately. He tastes good too. Ooh, he tastes good too. Satan's a joke. Don't ever be scared of Satan and his demons. How are you going to be scared of the created? Be scared of the creator. Don't ever be scared of the created. I give it a couple years, I'll be a full-fledged preacher. I just got to be more established, and I will be. I'm going to start my own church. I don't want to go and be these. You understand? Watch, guys. I have a photographic memory, and I know more Bible verses than any streamer you're clicking through on these vertical feeds. I got to start using my voice in the right way. I'm not even trying to quote the Bible, and you've been watching the last 10 minutes. Ain't no streamer you're watching right now could quote that book like that. I graduated from the University of the Holy Spirit, and I'm flowing straight from the survival scroll tonight. It's no joke. It's not a dream. Oh, let me find out what I'm looking for. Hold on a second. Dr. Fish, you kind of deep, man. I'll tell you what, the women like me out here, though, boy. They really do. It's the guys out here don't like me. You know why, man? Because I'm fresh meat. The women like me, though. There's no lying in guys like me. There never was. Gotta get that eye of the tiger. See how I got the eye of the tiger in that picture? I got that eye of the tiger right now for Jesus. Not for fishes as much. It's that eye of the tiger for the Lord. Again, don't love the creature more than the creator. The scripture reads, don't ever get confused when people say Jesus isn't God. Yes, he is. He's one of three. Verily, verily, before Abraham was, I am. Mention Jesus on the first page of the Bible. It reads, look, ready, look. Let us make man in our image, after our likeness. He says, let us. Even later on in Genesis, the book of Genesis means beginning and ending. You see Abraham kneel down to the three. That was And you read in 1 John, it says there are three that bear record in heaven, the Father, the Word, and the Holy Ghost, and they agree as one. They didn't correct them that day. Oh, it's beautiful. There's no lying and losing with Jesus. That's why it's bigger than a live stream and stuff. I could have put black lipstick on tonight and been talking like this and lit it up. But that's what, remember Jesus said the world hated me before it hated you. He said, I'm in this world, but I'm not of this world. That's the truth. Jesus says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father except through me. I don't know what book they're reading, but I will quote it for you. It says, write my word on the tablet of your heart. When you do that, you will be dangerous. Your sword, it says, iron shall sharpen iron. My sword is sharp, and I love to cut through Satan at night because he's weak. Go get him, Mr. Preacher Man. Look at that eye of the tiger in that picture. I got it for Jesus now. I could die tonight in my sleep. I would make it. Even if I was the least the most important in heaven, as Scripture reads, at least I made it. And do remember me. Remember me. I got a home in glory land and options this sun. I got a home in glory land and options this sun. I got a home in glory land and options this sun. Sing it way beyond. I can't sing. Well, you're lucky I can't. Hold on, I'm trying to find my lighter. Remember me. Dr. Fish changed a lot, didn't he? Changed a lot, boy. I changed a lot in the last few years. I realized I was serving the wrong team. No matter how many Bible verses I know, I was lukewarm. But now I'm hot. There's a difference. I don't even drink and stuff. Drinking, I wasn't sober and vigilant. You can't go out and get sloshed. You can't just be a Christian on Sunday. You got to rep them 7 days a week. There's a reason you don't know as many Bible verses as me. You got to put Jesus first place. You got to study that word. It says to write my word on the tablet of your heart. It's not joking, man. God's not a joke. There's no losing with Jesus. You know what I mean? God is blessing me and stuff, and when I get paid and stuff, I get paid a serious paycheck. I'm gonna make sure I sponsor some children and feed them and stuff. I feel like certain things are scamming and stuff, so I have to be careful and stuff. But I hate seeing like kids starve, or even when I didn't have money and stuff, and people pay for motel rooms and stuff. Now I gotta pay it forward and stuff. Now I'm gonna help somebody. If you helped the least of me, you helped me. You did it on to me, Scripture after scripture. You guys pray for me that I quit smoking. I look at it, if I die from smoking cigarettes and stuff, I'm just speeding up my time to go chill with my king. I love the Lord. Loving the Lord is wrong. I don't want to be right. You remember? Guys, make sure you guys pray for my aunt. She hurt herself today and stuff. I know I sound bitter or cold and stuff. Maybe it's because I get a little bitter. You can't be like that, though. I always think of that parable, or not that parable, that story of the thief on the cross. He sinned his whole life. His only thing was he believed. He sinned his whole life and was dying, bleeding next to Jesus. And Jesus said to him, will you remember me in your kingdom? He asked Jesus, and Jesus says, you will enter the kingdom of heaven today. He sinned his whole life, but he believed in the end of his life, and he was saved. The Bible reads, blessed are those who believe. Ask, believe, and receive. Don't matter how much money you got. Don't matter what college degrees you got. You don't have Jesus, you don't got anything. Don't ever say you got nothing because it doesn't sound correctly. You don't have anything. Without the Lord, you're incomplete. I only really fit into people that like Jesus and stuff. They give off a light. There's people that give off this light. I give off the light too. They pick up on it. I swear to you, be a random person or even something. Out of all the people I work with, it'd be a couple of them. They give off this light, and I can smell it. I can feel it. You know, the one day I was working, and a girl, she walked in wearing a Jesus shirt. No wonder I fit in. At least I'm not the only one, huh? Yeah, I seen that Jesus shirt the other day. I was like, yeah. It's the truth, man. It's beautiful outside. We should be fishing right now. It's a good time to fish. Remember, fishes are ectothermic, cold-blooded, meaning their body temperature fluctuates with their surrounding environment. They can't regulate their internal temperature. Their surrounding water regulates the fish's body temperature, affecting their metabolic rates. If the water is cold, the fish will become lethargic, sluggish, not active. If the water is too warm, the fish will become dormant. If the water is in the fish's temperature preference, the fish will become moderately active. Remember ectothermic organisms and say hi to Marone Sactylus in that picture, an anadromous species. My true focal point lately has been Jesus, though. I branch off of the marine biology stuff and humble myself as a cook. God's got a plan for me. I'm going to make it. You know, when Alexander the Great died, you know, this always stuck with me and stuff. He requested that he be naked and be drugged through the town where all his men could see him naked with his arms dangling. He wanted to show him, you leave this world with nothing. I'm Alexander the Great. I'm great. But watch when I die, I'm going to be nothing. I'm going to leave with nothing. That always stuck with me. That he requested to be carried through the town naked like that with his arms dangling to show his men that he's going to leave with nothing, no matter how great he was in this world. Remember this. It always stuck with me. Who's out there with me? Dr. Fish, you kind of deep. You kind of cute, too. Oh, man. I missed that comment. Where'd my chat go? It died off on me. Might have to start another one. Save the best bite for last? Yeah, I'm eating some of that Jesus cake tonight. I'm going to go puke on Satan because I ate too much. Certain things like that, how you can feed and reverse words and be verbose and stuff, is why I always made it as a streamer. Can't care what people think. Care what Jesus thinks. You always be searching for something. You understand? You find Jesus, it's like that search stops. But God first place. There it is. Get some. I'll make sure I get these pictures. I'm going to have to start another stream and stuff. Gotta go kick up on Satan. I'm thinking he getting strong and shit. Weak ass cherub. What you guys up to out there? Yo, Fishy, you kind of deep, brother. He's real deep. Yeah, maybe I should talk to my family and stuff. I'm in the process of fixing stuff in my life and stuff. I can't rely on anybody but Jesus and myself. That's why I'm unstoppable. As a live streamer, I always cash out, and in real life, I really kick ass. You'll notice when you serve Jesus, you excel. You got to rep him openly. You can't be a secret Christian. Memorize the scriptures. Memorize them.